Ancient Egypt gifted the world with a rich tapestry of myths and legends populated by powerful deities embodying the forces of nature, life, and death. Among these gods, Anubis and Osiris stand out as the formidable rulers of the underworld, overseeing the passage of souls into the afterlife. While the ancient Egyptians didn't possess the concept of hell in the same way as other cultures, Anubis and Osiris, with their dominion over the realm of the dead and their roles as divine judges, can be considered the Egyptian equivalents of hell kings. These two gods, often depicted with imposing features and adorned with symbols of their power, played integral roles in the Egyptian understanding of death and the afterlife. Anubis, the jackal-headed god, presided over mummification and guided lost souls to the underworld. Osiris, once a benevolent king of life, became the ruler of the dead after his own tragic death and resurrection. This essay delves into the myths surrounding Anubis and Osiris, exploring their births, roles, deaths, and their interconnected reign over the Egyptian underworld. By understanding their individual stories and shared responsibilities, we can glean a deeper understanding of the Egyptian perspective on death, judgment, and the eternal journey of the soul. Anubis, instantly recognizable with his black jackal head and human body, is a powerful and enigmatic figure in Egyptian mythology. His distinctive appearance reflects his close association with death, as jackals were often seen scavenging around cemeteries in ancient Egypt. The black color of his skin is also significant, symbolizing both the decay of the body after death and the fertile black soil of the Nile, hinting at regeneration and rebirth. The parentage of Anubis is shrouded in mystery and subject to different interpretations in various myths. One prominent account identifies him as the son of Osiris and Nephthys, Osiris's sister-in-law. Another version claims him as the offspring of Ra, the sun god, and Hesat, a cow goddess. Regardless of his parentage, Anubis's connection to death is evident from his earliest depictions. Anubis was revered as the principal god of embalming, a crucial aspect of Egyptian funerary beliefs. Egyptians believed that preserving the body through mummification was essential for the soul's survival in the afterlife. Anubis, the master embalmer, ensured that the deceased were prepared correctly for their journey into the afterlife. Anubis's role extended beyond just overseeing the embalming process. He was also considered the protector of tombs and cemeteries, guarding the physical remains of the dead from desecration. His association with death and burial gave him a unique position of reverence and fear among the Egyptians, who believed that he played a pivotal role in guiding souls to the afterlife. Anubis's responsibilities in the afterlife were not limited to the physical realm. He was also deeply involved in the spiritual journey of the deceased. Once the mummification process was complete, Anubis was believed to guide the soul, known as the Ka, to the Hall of Two Truths, the divine courtroom where the fate of the deceased was determined. The Egyptians believed that the heart held the essence of a person's character and deeds in life. In the Hall of Two Truths, Anubis would perform the weighing of the heart ceremony. The heart of the deceased was placed on one side of a scale, balanced against the feather of Ma'at, representing truth and justice. As the divine judge, Anubis carefully monitored the scales. If the heart was lighter than the feather, signifying a life lived in accordance with Ma'at, the deceased was deemed worthy and allowed to enter the afterlife. However, if the heart was heavier, burdened by evil deeds, it would be devoured by Amit, a fearsome creature known as the devourer of souls, and the soul would be condemned to eternal restlessness. Anubis's role as the conductor of souls and the weigher of hearts underscores his crucial position in the Egyptian afterlife. He determined the fate of every soul, ensuring that justice was served and that only the worthy could enter the realm of eternal bliss. Unlike many other Egyptian deities, Anubis's story does not feature a dramatic death or resurrection. His power lies in his eternal vigilance as the guardian of the dead and the overseer of their journey into the afterlife. He's a constant presence, ensuring order and justice in the transition from the world of the living to the realm of the dead. While not a king in the traditional sense, Anubis's dominion over the processes of death and the underworld solidified his position as a powerful and essential figure in the Egyptian pantheon. His unwavering dedication to his duties, his role as a protector and righteous judge, earned him a place of respect and reverence among both gods and mortals. Anubis's vigilance extends beyond the initial stages of the afterlife. He is also believed to watch over the deceased in their final resting place, ensuring their peace and protection for eternity. His image adorned tomb walls and sarcophagi, providing comfort to the deceased and warding off evil spirits. His presence served as a constant reminder of the Egyptians' belief in the afterlife and the importance of living a life worthy of a favorable judgment. Osiris, unlike Anubis, did not begin his divine journey as a god of the underworld. He was initially worshipped as a god of fertility, agriculture, and the cyclical renewal of life, embodying the life-giving powers of the Nile and the abundance of the harvest. He was often depicted with green skin, symbolizing growth and vegetation, and carrying a crook and flail, tools associated with shepherds and agriculture. Osiris's origins lie in the fertile lands of Egypt. He was the son of Geb, the earth god, and Nut, the sky goddess, and brother to Isis, Seth, and Nephthys. According to myth, Osiris ruled Egypt as a benevolent king, teaching humans the arts of agriculture, civilization, and law. His reign brought prosperity and harmony to the land, earning him the love and respect of his people. However, Osiris's reign was tragically cut short, marking a turning point in his story and transforming him from a god of life to the ruler of the afterlife. This transformation, central to Osiris's myth, became a cornerstone of Egyptian beliefs about death, resurrection, and the promise of eternal life. Section 6. Osiris, Betrayal, Death, and Resurrection. Osiris's reign came to an abrupt and tragic end at the hands of his envious brother Seth, the god of chaos and violence. Seth, jealous of Osiris's power and popularity, tricked him and murdered him, dismembering his body and scattering the pieces across Egypt. This act of betrayal plunged the world into chaos and despair. Isis, Osiris's devoted wife, searched tirelessly for her husband's remains, determined to bring him back to life. With the help of Anubis, she gathered the scattered parts of Osiris's body and, through powerful magic, pieced them back together and resurrected him long enough to conceive their son, Horus. Osiris's resurrection, while temporary, held profound significance for the Egyptians. It marked his transformation from a god of earthly life to the ruler of the underworld, and offered hope for eternal life to all who lived a virtuous life. Osiris's death and resurrection became a potent metaphor for the cycle of death and rebirth, not just in nature but also in the afterlife. Section 7. Osiris, Judging the Souls of the Dead. Osiris's experience of death and resurrection uniquely qualified him to rule the underworld. He understood the journey of the soul, the fear of judgment, and the desire for eternal peace. In the afterlife, Osiris presided over the Hall of Two Truths, where he sat on a throne adorned with feathers, symbolizing his connection to Ma'at, justice, and truth. During the weighing of the heart ceremony, Osiris observed the proceedings, ensuring that Anubis carried out his duties with fairness and accuracy. He listened to the deceased's declarations of innocence, known as the negative confession, where they proclaimed their adherence to Ma'at during their earthly life. If the deceased was deemed worthy, Osiris welcomed them into his kingdom, a paradise known as the Field of Reeds, where they would enjoy an eternity of peace and happiness. However, those who failed the judgment were condemned to eternal unrest. Osiris's role as both a king who had experienced death and a righteous judge made him a compassionate and just ruler of the underworld. He represented hope for the deceased, offering them a chance to plead their case and earn their place in paradise. Section 8. Anubis and Osiris, the divine partnership of the underworld. Anubis and Osiris, though distinct deities with unique origins and roles, formed a powerful partnership in the Egyptian underworld. Their complementary roles ensured a smooth transition for the deceased from the world of the living to the afterlife and a fair and just judgment. Anubis, the master embalmer and protector of the dead, prepared the deceased for their journey and guided them to the Hall of Two Truths. He meticulously weighed their hearts, ensuring that only the worthy could enter the afterlife. Osiris, the resurrected king and compassionate judge, presided over the final judgment, welcoming the righteous into his paradise. Together, they embodied the Egyptians' complex understanding of death and the afterlife. Anubis represented the practical aspects of death, the preservation of the body and the journey of the soul. Osiris, on the other hand, symbolized the hope for resurrection, the promise of eternal life, and the importance of living a just and virtuous life. Their partnership underscores the Egyptians' belief in a well-structured and meticulously managed afterlife, where every detail, from the physical preparation of the body to the judgment of the soul, was overseen by dedicated deities. In Section 9, Conclusion: the enduring legacy of the Hell Kings. Anubis and Osiris, the Egyptian Hell Kings, cast long shadows over the sands of time. Their images and stories, etched on tomb walls and inscribed on papyrus scrolls, reveal a complex and fascinating belief system surrounding death and the afterlife. While the ancient Egyptians didn't possess the concept of hell as a place of eternal punishment, Anubis and Osiris, with their dominion over the underworld and their roles as divine judges, embody the closest parallel to this concept. Their influence on ancient Egyptian culture was profound. The fear of their judgment encouraged people to lead moral lives, adhering to the principles of Ma'at. Their promise of a blissful afterlife, attainable through a life of virtue, offered comfort and hope in the face of death. The enduring legacy of Anubis and Osiris extends beyond the realm of ancient Egypt. Their myths and imagery continue to captivate and inspire, reminding us of humanity's timeless fascination with death, judgment, and the eternal quest for immortality. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of living a life worthy of remembrance, a life that balances the scales of justice in our favor, ensuring a peaceful passage into the great unknown.